Okay, random, unfiltered thought, kind of unpolished. I'll explain at the end why I'm putting it out like this, like in this low effort content style. There's actually a specific reason why I'm putting out content like this, and actually that's what I want to talk to you about. This is my random thought. I have been on this planet for almost 50 years. Yeah, I know, with the white beard you think I'm much older, but anyways, I've spent almost 50 years basically working very, very, very hard to learn how to curate the projection of myself that you have access to. By you, I mean humanity. And I've learned to do that because I learned early on that people didn't want all of me, the real me. And that, in fact, there were oftentimes very painful, harsh repercussions. Some people were actually merciless in enforcing the repercussions for me being my true unfiltered self. Um, so obviously, as a person who lives in a society, right? In a society, we live in a society. So you have to, to some extent, you have to adapt. And so there's this masking, this, like I said, it's curating which aspects of your personality you're going to allow people to have access to. It's not meant for deception, God forbid. It's not supposed to trick people. It's just for self-protection so that you don't judge me or hurt me or reject me for stuff that you think is weird. Basically, that's what it is. Okay. So I've spent almost 50 years, sorry, shaking the phone so much. I've spent almost 50 years really, really getting good at that so that my experience with other human beings should be as smooth as possible. And then comes this thing called the internet, and I start creating content, and I have this YouTube channel, which you're watching me on, and I learned this totally counterintuitive lesson, which runs so counter to all of my self-training for the past almost 50 years, that it's like trying to stick your face into a fan blade that's moving. Like, your instincts are resisting it with every single fiber of your being. And here's what it is that there's this weird thing called the algorithm. And with the algorithm, and I've discovered this, and it's actually been very healing. It's painful, but it's healing. It's painful healing. That the more unfiltered I am, meaning the more authentic I am, I mean, I try to always be authentic even when I'm filtered, but I'm saying everything I let out is mostly authentic, but I don't let everything that's authentic out. And then I started realizing on the internet, it's the exact opposite. Just let it all out. I don't mean in an exhibitionistic, self-indulgent way, a voyeuristic, or a way that elicits voyeuristic tendencies in the viewer. I mean, the more unfiltered I am, the more my speech sounds like my internal thoughts, the more the algorithm finds you, people who get me, who aren't judging and rejecting me. Yeah, there is a lot of that, and there will be the negative comments, and those negative comments actually just drive up engagement, and those people disappear and they never come back to the channel. But the people who speak my language are finding me. And so the thing that made me lonely for 50 years, meaning revealing too much of my internal world, actually in the internet world is the exact inverse. It's the more quirky, and I don't mean quirky as a deliberate affectation, God forbid. I mean authentic quirk. The more idiosyncratic, the more unedited I am, the more the community, my community, my like-minded, my kindred spirits find me, and the less alone I am. So thank you for finding me. And thank the algorithm. Thank God for creating the algorithm. By the way, when I mention God, that makes a lot of people upset. That's good, though, because I'm not trying to win over everybody. I'm just trying to find the people who speak my language. Now, to a certain extent, I'm also trying to be an ambassador, so I do try to create content that translates my internal world to a language that is more accessible to people who don't already think like me. But this content is for you. This is for you. If you made it this far into this video, then we speak a common language. And I feel less alone knowing you're watching. I hope you feel less alone.